Welcome back to West is Best, where we chase the red dirt and bull dust in central Queensland. These trips we connect with the land, the people, and have some wild experiences along the way.
This could get sticky.
In this episode, we head west to Rolleston, 8 hours northwest of Brisbane. Along the way, we visit the infamous Crackhead Pub.
I'm going to talk some mad shit here.
Set a new record for the biggest VNTR bore.
Stay still, you bastard.
We also get air support from Little Bird in the Sky. We eat like kings under the shadow of a bottle tree, and we meet the next generation of hunters out of Rolleston.
I reckon this will be the best video you have.
Make sure you subscribe to VNTR, leave a like. Yeah, leave a like.
How good. Wrap to paint for the win.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah, copy.
Yeah, copy Siege.
Copy, mate.
Hi, mate.
Very impressed. Oh, that's everyone's lights. Oh, you're gonna have the fanciest bloody rig in Australia with this, hey?
You'll definitely have the fanciest rig in Rolleston.
Yeah. I've literally lost half my hair doing this job.
A few more greys.
So yeah. Hello. So what's the total build time now to finish?
Oh, it'd be, I reckon 4 weeks from solid. If you worked on it 10 hours a day, 4 weeks. Oh, I mean now it would be 4 weeks. Now I know what I'm doing.
Full Bowser. No more
Crazy.
jerry cans.
And the finishing touches of this looks so good.
And the lights under here. So
Like
at night time,
so good.
you'll see it tonight. There's all LED lights under, hardcore LED lights under here. Orange, so it all lights up and
Beef Ventrops.
deep event shops.
Yep.
Yeah, so Jacko, tell CJ about the last update from the property owner.
Yeah, so it was a bit dicey. Normally he sees about, he reckons about 100 pigs a day. And since he's been back from mustering out another property, he has seen none. He saw one for a whole week. And he messaged me and said, yeah, look, it's gonna be hard going finding these pigs. And then this morning, got a video, big moa pigs sitting at the feeder, right where they always are. He said, mate, I think you've got a bit of luck here. So, but yeah, look, even if we don't see pigs, we're still gonna have a good trip, but.
Yeah, and we've still got a bit more to do here, so you came right at the right time.
Yeah, well, you wanna help me put my bloody
No,
270 on?
Gotta go.
When we started this, 4 or 5 years ago, we had I think the good thing that we had was we started with nothing. I think we had 3 quad bikes, some cheap rooftop tents, and we were just packing everything into cheap plastic boxes. I think we're pretty well worked out now, what we actually need to live comfortably out there. I don't like living uncomfortably, but I know it is also camping as well.
Yeah, so I guess the general rule of thumb that when we go on trips is everybody cooks for a night. If you're gonna do it, you gotta give it a red hot crack and cook something good. Because there's nothing worse than heading out for a day of pigging or hunting and seeing nothing, seeing no signs and coming home and for a bloody tin of baked beans,
So what was changed? Or fixed or replaced?
Everything. So apart from the general service, oil filter, spark plug, just all new oil, retaining ring, friction washer, a whole new bearing for my clutch, all 2 CV boots, ball joints, and brake pads. Yeah, that was a big one. But, gotta get it done. So, this one.
You guys are absolute legends.
It feels good. No more clunking. They definitely hustled to get that going. So thank you, Can-Am. That was a mountain of an effort to get that done so quick. Now, 4 hours west. there's a quintessential moment, I think, when you start seeing that. You get that couple of hours out of town, you hit that 5G goes to 4G, 4G goes to 3G, and you start hitting that SOS mode only, and there's just something about that. And honestly, these people that just sit on 80 kilometres a freaking hour. Yeah, so since the last trip, there's a fair few things that have kind of been happening in the world of venture ops. So CJ's got his trailer done. I'm really happy with how that's kind of turned out. He's poured his heart and soul into it. Hey, we've got the merch, which is all done thanks to Greg last night. He pulled through and got all the prints on tees, which I mean, all of us are stoked about them. We left Gympie about an hour ago. We're heading kind of northwest up towards Bam Bam Springs now. So we got a 2.5 hours drive to go. So looking forward to getting to Krakow. Going to have a counter meal there, and then pull on through to Mara and set up on the side of the road, set up camp. And I think we're up at the crack of dawn in the morning, just before 5. Shoot straight out to Rolleston, and then head straight to the property. Yeah, so we were driving out west, and I got this random phone call from Mum. She said, "Where are you heading?" And I said, "Oh, we're heading out to Rolleston." And she said, "Well, if you're going to go past, Krakow, and you're going to go do the inland track," she said, "you've got to stop in at the pub." Yeah, she wasn't wrong. What an experience that was.
Welcome to the Crackhead Pub. It was originally described to me as a lunatic asylum without a fence around it. It's a little bit better now. It's a little bit better now, but yeah, the roots remain. The roots remain. The town just sprung up.
Yeah.
It was the last Australian gold rush. In the Depression, and they found gold here, so guys could come and dig for it.
Yeah, well,
There were 4,000 odd people in town, another 1,200 on a campus on the creek down the bottom.
How many now?
About 40 in town, I suppose. Yeah, and that's why a lot of people move out to Krakow. It's a nice quiet spot. There's nothing else here. The pub dies, the town dies.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Krakow, the hometown, and welcome to the famous Krakow Hotel. My name is Brad Brady, and I'm the fairest referee in the outback. Give a rally on the bells and drums, let them know we're in town.
What is the history of the boxing fan?
That goes back to like the Eureka Stockade. It goes back to the goldfields, mate. Yeah, no, that's me there. That's me. That's me. That's in Perth in 2004.
So what's
We're over there fighting.
the kid Goanna?
Yeah, that was me. That was me, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You got the boys, they've been out on properties, they've been out there for 12 months.
Yeah.
Right? Haven't been to town. There's the rodeo or whatever in town.
Yeah.
They come into town. It's real base stuff, mate. They only want 3 things. Get drunk, get a fuck, have a fight.
Yeah.
It's real simple shit.
Yeah.
They want to fight, they come into town. You jump in, fight with these guys, go 3 rounds, if it goes 3 rounds. They'll go as hard as they want to go, I'll go as hard as they do.
Yeah.
Shake hands at the end of it, win, lose or draw, go to the pub, have a few beers. Bump the same guy 3 years later, and it's like you just ran into your brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. It's something that's uniquely Australian, and yeah, when it's over, that's it. It's fucking over.
How many fights did you have?
I don't know. Over 100.
Over 100.
Yeah, over 100. Oh no, I didn't count them.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
didn't count them.
You'd have some good.
Well, it's just a job.
Yeah. And the story behind this pub, because like you look around here, and everyone's written on the walls.
It's got a bit of history, mate. There's nothing in here that I consider shit. A lot of this stuff, I had it hanging in my shed at home, and
Yeah.
wife kept saying to me, clean the shit out, get rid of that rubbish. What are you ever going to do with it? It's not rubbish.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do with it? Well, fucking hello. Everything in here's got a good story. There's nothing hanging on these walls because it's just something that was found in a dump and got thrown on the wall. Everything's got a story.
What's it go with the mower?
Yeah, I used to mow lawns and that. That's an old.
Yeah, so on every trip we've kind of been on, we've always stumbled across these little country pubs, in the middle of nowhere. and the people you meet along the way there, from the publican to the girls working, you know, behind the bar. And I think the best thing is you can't leave without a stubby cooler.
You can't make this shit up.
Actually,
You can't make
could
this
I
shit
grab
up,
one of them too? I'll chuck
Of
it
course
in
you
there.
can.
Yeah.
Look, this is my diligent, beautiful and highly trained staff. This is the one you thank for your dinner.
Thank you. It was good.
Deadly, deadly, this one.
So we're country boys through and through. Grew up on the country, riding horses our whole life, out on cattle properties, chasing cows around. Now somehow, some way, we're running a marketing agency on the Sunshine Coast. And you know, you're looking at your screen all day, and after doing that for a while, I can tell you, there's nothing better than having a trip planned out and you're all packed, you're ready to go, and you're just chomping at the bit to get out there. There's nothing better than seeing that red dust on the horizon and you go, we are heading west.
Yeah, Cliff McAdam, just stationed here, did a bit of everything.
How long have you been here for?
Oh, 5 years.
Yeah, I know that.
Going on 5, yeah.
Has he been about a bit? So give us a bit of a brief overview of what happens at the station, like across the two here.
Well, a lot of cattle just come in as smaller cattle, bought small cattle and come down from Tobermory or whatever and just fed up for the feeder market.
Yeah.
Go down to the feedlots and then all these bigger fellas, they'll be going into Rocky.
They go straight to Rocky. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, we're feeding grain out, all the silos there full of grain. They come in. If they go overweight for the feeder market, they come out here.
Yeah, nice. Do you have much of a problem with the ferals, and what are the problems that they cause?
They do. Yeah, we have a bit of a problem with them, like eating this grain and digging up the grass and whatever. Yeah. Yeah, they're just a pest to have around.
Yeah. Do they actually eat much like grain, like compared to what you're feeding now?
Well, they probably do. We haven't really measured it, but yeah, they hook into it. Yeah, they'll get up into them feeders there and get into it, eh?
Yeah, and you see a fair few big mobs around?
Yeah.
So what about like keeping the numbers down and having hunters come out and kind of control the ferals out here?
Well, they come out pretty regularly. Once every month or so they come out shooting, and some get some don't. Some, yeah.
Does it help you guys out a bit?
Yeah, oh shit, yeah.
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 It's a good day.
Yeah, nice. So we've just pulled up at camp. We reckon we've got a pretty good camp because we've pulled up next to a dam and all the grain feeders are just here, which is not far from where the pigs come in at night, which is good. We like to have a bit of a communal setup, so like campfire in the center. We got two big 3x6 gazebos which go up, everything underneath. All the camper trailers are set up, the rooftop tents are set up to get maximum sun throughout the day. So yeah, looking like a pretty good campsite so far.
I'm really keen to give these thermals a run. I bought them a while ago now and haven't really had the best opportunity to run them. But yeah, just keen to get out there and chase some pigs and have some fun and see some countryside and all the good stuff, hey?
I have got some good feels about today. I reckon we're going to head out and see a big mob. I'm always sort of optimistic though. Honestly, last time we were here in this melon hole country, there was pigs everywhere and they weren't feeding grain. All these grain feeders were empty. Right now, we literally just saw a grain tractor full with grain to go fill all the silos. So they're going to be here, which, like, honestly, they're there. I know they're there and we're going to go get them.
Just got to flush them out, hey?
That's exactly right. First day of the trip, first hunt out. We're going to go check all these melon hole country. We're going to leave all the feeder bins till tonight. We're going to get Benny's thermal gear going tonight. So if we can just leave them be. But there's about like
I don't know, 3 kilometres of about a kilometre wide, just melonhole country. So we get in there, flush them out, it's hot, and yeah, see what happens. Righto, well, let's get into it.
The problem with hunting this country and this cutterbar stuff is, in blade ploughed country, is you can't get after pigs because it's that bloody rough. They can get moving, but you can't get after them. So hopefully we can see them and we'll hit them with the wrong rifles, and that'll be all right. But if we're trying to chase them through this, it will not be good.
I reckon if they're going to be in it, Benny said they come through the national park, go over to the grain bins. So you might catch them along here somewhere, maybe.
They're not working.
No, they're not going to be in this dry stuff. If that was all wet, maybe. But we did all this last time and we saw one mob. And it was only like a smallish mob.
So yeah, so we headed out, first trip of the hunt, and as we were coming through a gate to go check this big dam, H was sitting on the back of the buggy and he just started yelling pig, and he saw this big pig running across the road. Turns out that was the leader of a huge mob, which straight across the road, through the fence, into the neighbour's property. Benny went for a run to go try and chase them down, but they were just too quick. I heard over the two-way, it was real crackled because the boys were ages away and it was just coming through and I could just hear the word pig. And so I started driving around to try and get a bit closer to get the reception, and couldn't get it, stood up on my quad, and next minute I hear pig, pig, pig calling from CJ.
So coming through this melonhole country here, just plodding along by myself. We weren't going to do this paddock, and the boys shot up the road and me and Harry come through here and just plodding along, and this big fella just come out of nowhere on my right side, and it was pretty easy. He'd been running for a bit though, so we caught up on him, one in the back and one in the head, and that was it. Jacko, what do you reckon?
I reckon you've beaten the trophy pig from last trip, from the Yarraka trip.
I didn't get to go on the Yarraka trip, so I don't know.
It was 104.3.
Yeah.
So let's have a guess.
But this is the biggest pig I've shot, so
yeah.
I reckon 110.
I reckon I'm gonna go 108.
Yeah, really good start. Well, we're only here for an hour and got onto this, and then we saw a mob of 40 up there, but there's a fence in the way, so. And did you miss one? Yeah, you had a shot. No, that happens to the best of us though. I've definitely missed my fair share.
One. Stay still, you bastard. Holy far out, CJ. Holy shit, it's even better.
122.
122 kgs, mate. Well done. That is a massive pig.
It was bigger than what I thought anyway. Yeah, biggest boar so far. I know it's guaranteed to be beaten, but I mean, at the moment, I'm going to take this little win, celebrate the small victories. So yeah, awesome.
Yeah, so I mean, when you rock up on a mob, you want to try and get as many as you can because, you know, you're helping the farmers out. But I tell you what, when you see that big boar in the middle of the pack, I can tell you what, that's the one you go for. So since the Yarraka trip, I think that's when we first got the scales, and that's where we first started weighing him, and that was the biggest boar of the trip. But tell you what, now there's a bit of competition between who can get the biggest boar, that's for sure.
Yeah, so we're going to cook up these Cape Grim OP ribs, which we got from my good mate Jakey down at Bucock's Meats in Batinia there. Benny's been on the chainsaw chopping down a couple of dead widowmakers out there. After a fair few cooks we've done over the fire now, as you've seen, we kind of like know that timber that we want. It's that iron bark, those big widowmakers. Gidgey's obviously the best you can go for, but I don't know, we're getting less and less on the barbecue now and more just straight on the coals, and I think there's just something so primal about it. Got the fire cracking now, and then tonight we're going out for a thermal hunt for the very first time, which I can't wait. I reckon we're going to get onto them. We saw so many good signs today. Probably saw a mob of about 40 pigs. CJ shot the biggest ball we've ever kind of seen. So yeah, looking forward to it tonight.
Is that all right? You're smiling. So, just got back from a hunt and just smashed Jack Crew's record. You're probably wondering who I am, but I'm CJ and a part of the Venture Ops crew. I'm a landscaper from Ipswich, own a landscaping company. I've spent a lot of time over the last 6 months trying to make this, and like anything, I'm not an expert. I literally had an idea, I put it to paper, tried to work it out, and as you know, you weld something up and you cut it off, you go again. And you know, 6 months later, we've come out with this. It's got petrol houses, pantries, slide-out kitchens, hot water systems, shower tents, 270 awning, rooftop tents, fridges and generators. So basically all our power is, all our needs is hitting one trailer. Working a landscaping business, it is pretty taxing, obviously all the quotes and invoicing and all the organisation and that, and being able to just get out and go out west, but I know it sounds silly, but no phone reception is a big thing. Just to be able to get away for a few days, and hunting is what I love. With your best mates, having a good time, the yarns that we have, you know, the stories that we've had from 4 years of hunting, and the stuff we remember, even on the new trips, we still talk about the old trips. And that's what it is. Remember when we did that? And that's what it's all about.
So we're just out here having a bit of a drive around looking for some pigs, and we've just come into a big cooler where all these bullocks are at the end of their production. You know, so it's just brilliant to see when you got little fellas like this coming in from the big breeder blocks in the Northern Territory and being brought in, and 2 years later they're turned into these beautiful big animals here, which are at the end of the production cycle, so they'll be off in the next couple of months. You know, that's all part of this industry, is growing out good cattle like that. You know, and just to see animals that are producing and are healthy and are relaxed and happy in this environment is just fantastic to see.
You know, you go to a restaurant or a pub or Woolies or Coles or wherever you kind of get that end product from, and you get to see the better side of it. You know, what I think a lot of people don't see is just the blood, sweat and tears that these farmers put into their industry. You know, into their livestock, into their land, into their water management. You live the life of a farmer, and just go have a look at what they do and what they go through within just even 1 year, and I tell you what, it'll change your decision on what you think of the bush. And they are the unsung heroes of Australia. So look, from the steaks to even the greens now, you'll see when we spread those coals out, you can chuck your greens straight on the coals. The big thing is break your coals apart a little bit so you get all that ash off them, but when you're cooking on dead straight coals, there's no mess to it. You pull them off, it's like pulling them off a barbie plate.
Mate, thermals are unreal. So first time using a thermal, we're up till 5 in the morning all night trying to see what they were doing. About 3 o'clock, we all started doing the old chin slap on the chest, and then all of a sudden we all got a spruce in a step when we saw this flutter on the thermal, and we realised what it was, and we decided to try and flank them and go around the sides, and then we found another boar just chewing out of another grain bin. And we stalked up and got real close to him, because they can't see you, but we got full sight on them, which makes a huge difference.
We've got a pretty cool day coming up, so we're just about to head over to a big ski dam, which is back over here on the other side of the road. We're going to go up the creek system there, flush out a heap of pigs, and at 3 o'clock we're meeting the chopper, and we're going to go film some awesome content with the helicopters hazing a heap of pigs into us, and the boys and I are just going to be there waiting for them. So we don't know how that's going to go exactly, but we're going to go out there and have a shitload of fun doing it, I can tell you that.
Oh yeah, game changer. No more jerry cans.
G'day, I'm H. I work for the crew boys. I'm out here for 5 days on the one trip I'm allowed to go on. The missus has let me go on this one, so I get 2 in a year. I get 1 hunting trip, 1 fishing trip. So we're out here for 5 days, and yeah, keen as. Honestly, the hunting's just one element that I like. There's so many elements to this that I love, man. But the best part is being out here with the boys, man. Like, you know, you get away from reception, you get away from it all, and I think like something happens to you, like biologically, like when you're out here hunting. Like, I don't know if you can explain it, but you can experience it. So
we decided we wanted to put in the miles prior to going out to the choppers. Like the property's kind of divided in two by the Rolleston to Blackwater Road. So the western side, we really wanted to rest for the thermals for the night because that's where the grain bins were. But we decided we were going to head out to the northern eastern side of the block now and up towards the ranges. And you know, put in the miles. There's a lot of spread out dams that we were trying to kind of hit them at all different angles. And geez, we did some bloody kilometres that day.
Can handle it?
Yeah, we not very successful with what we did, but anyway, we ended up at the homestead, and that's where we met Jono, and off we went in the choppers.
Breaking free, rising tide comes for me. Barely breathe, chaos moves like the thief. I don't know.
Mate, we've just sent a chopper up to go find some pigs for us. So he's out here now scouting around, and when he finds them, he's going to push them right on into us. Yeah, copy, mate.
Just come out of that Scrubbers Dam where Cliffy was saying we got a mob pigs right here.
Right, let's go. Copy, Ben.
That's all right, I'll just have a bit more before I am, see if I can pick something else up. They're happy scanning me.
Now this is hunting! We'll try and shoot him on the road. second peak. The second shot dropped in, yeah. How good? I know, so we've just had a bit of a successful hunt, very quick and sharp. It helps when you got a helicopter in the air doing its thing. So the chopper went out over the dam, found these two sows, pushed this white one up across the road. CJ ended up getting it 200 metres, which was a good shot, pulled it up, and then this one got drafted out and both Harry and I took a shot. I think, Harry, your shot dropped it. But yeah, how good. Shooting with the helicopter is pretty good, boys. But apparently it's just as easy to lose them old pigs in a chopper as it is on a quad bike, because there was a mob of 15 which just disappeared.
Yeah. Tell them this yeah, my time it is now. Nobody stops me taking the crown. I did a lot, they changing the style to do what I did. They making me proud. I'm young and I'm free. I go to look to achieve. They wanna stop and leave. People are looking at me. It couldn't be. Better believe. This my moment. I said it's my moment. I came here to own it. Man, it's my moment. Yeah, how do I sound with it when I hit the ground? 100-mile finish. My moment now when the mouth finish. I'm on the cloud when my style fitted. High time, give me high fives. Get a picture of the wise guy. What's a wave to a high tide? Never stuck when you my size.
Yeah, have you ever done that before? Drafting pigs out for people to shoot?
Oh, probably not. I've ran a few pigs at people and they've had a gun, but never intentionally. It's a shame that the mob got away from us. I don't know where they went.
Yeah, strange, eh? Especially like, because when we were up in the chopper, you can pick anything from up there. It's such a different perspective.
Yeah, I don't know where. There's not even that many hiding spots, but too good for me to find.
Well, luckily there was a few of us shooting, because I can miss, I think, every shot that I've already shot.
Pretty unlucky pigs, aren't they?
Yeah, and thank you for that as well.
No,
it's bloody excellent.
Cheers.
Nice to meet you. Thanks
You
for
too.
taking me.
Cheers. I hope you get a few tonight.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah.
I've never done it before, never in my wildest dreams that I think we'd be able to do something like this. Waiting back at the homestead while Gaz and Jono kind of went up, we had all the two ways plugged up so we could hear clearly. And we thought, I mean, we were all sitting around like, oh, it'll take a while to see something, but within probably the first 10 minutes, we hear the crackle come over, clear as day. And it was, yeah, we found a couple of pigs at the back dam. We're gonna go for a bit of a fly around. These ones are resting up here, but we'll let you know if we find another couple of mobs. And to see from what we came from to where we are now, I tell you what, it gets the adrenaline pumping.
That rush of adrenaline is what I live for and what I always look for on a hunting trip. Two brothers on my side, my two best mates as well. It was just like a cherry on the top of hunting.
After the sun has already fallen, after a well-forgotten. I do not believe I'll be drowned this minute. I haven't felt this free in a minute. best! Let's best, baby!
That was awesome.
If there's anything that could make a man just about to lose his mind, baby, you got it. Baby, you got it. And if there's anything that a man won't, thinks about all